I would have mortgaged my house for this. It's there. It's there waiting for me. And I just kind of feel like it's an invitation that I have every morning. And the more I've accepted that invitation, the more I'm excited about it the next day.
Why don't you first start by really just introducing yourself, your name, where you're from, maybe what you do, and what season of life you're in?
Okay. Well, I'm Tonya, and I am in northern Indiana, USA. Uh, we have we have sunshine today, so I'm just going to be happy about that. We had snow yesterday. Um, I am figuring out what I'm doing with my life because I pretty much wiped the slate clean at the end of the year last year. So, um, I get to make a new plan. Um, I am I have three grown children. I have three grandchildren. So I am in a later season of life, which I am finding to be pretty cool.
I love it.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
just that different, yeah, you're on a different cycle, which is so amazing and so inspiring to me. I want to just kind of like go back to like the moment you said yes to start working together. And
Mhm.
um, I know, as you said, you had like really just were starting from like this blank slate because of things that went down last year. But I just want to go back and really kind of, if you could share, like what really made you realize that something needed to change?
Um, I knew something needed to change for a long time because had, I've probably been stuck in freeze for a good 4 or 5 years. Um, I come out of it. I would come out of it at times, but only to be in flight or fight. Like there was never any just calm level regulation. There was none. Um, so when I made the decision to make major changes in my life at the end of last year, I left a 15-year relationship. I left my business that I had built for the last almost 20 years, um, and just said, I'm done. No more. I am not going to feel like this anymore. And I didn't really have any idea where to go or what to do. Like, I thought, oh, I'm going to fly away to some retreat and they're going to heal me in 10 days. And I didn't find that. But I found you, and everything in me said yes. Everything in me was crying, please, please do this for you.
Oh wow, I
Um,
just got shivers all over my body.
yeah, it was a divine appointment, definitely. And, and that has been proven over and over and over again through all of the teachings. I mean, there really hasn't been anything that hasn't resonated with me on some level, but the amount of release and freedom to breathe
Amen.
has just been incredible.
So it's like there was zero skepticism on your side. It was just like,
Yeah, there was no,
it
yeah,
was like, we are doing this.
yeah,
Yeah, I love
yeah.
that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so I mean, I know breath has been like a super powerful tool for you. I know you found a lot
Mhm,
of release through different holotropic breathing and different exercises
mhm.
that we do in the portal. Do you know like a specific moment, or maybe was it that holotropic practice that it was like something really clicked or changed, or has it just been like, as you mentioned, everything has just kind of built on its own and everything has resonated and touched you in a certain way?
Um, it was really hard for me to do the breathing exercises at the beginning. My body was so screwed up that when I would breathe in, my stomach, my whole chest, everything would go in. And then
Wow,
I would
opposite.
release and everything would go out. And it hurt to try to make my body move the way it was supposed to with my breath. It was crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So probably the first 2, maybe 3 full weeks. I know the first 2 weeks I did nothing but the breath work. Like I literally every morning I opened my little I opened my
Laptop.
journal, I opened
Yeah.
my little cheat sheet that tells me, you know, do your box breathing, do your,
Yeah.
you know, like all the different ones. And I did
Yeah.
every one of them every morning. As, and sometimes I was just like, everything in my brain was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do
Right.
this, and I just kept pushing it through. And now we're, I don't know, I'm 2.5 months in, I think, or two, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's natural. I don't need my cheat sheet anymore. I don't. And I have, it's become enough of a, I don't want to call it a habit, but it's become enough of second nature that when I feel something rising or, escalating inside of me, I'm able to instinctively go back to my breath, gather my thoughts, and not freak the fuck out. you know, which I used
That
to do a lot.
yeah, you've embodied it, which is
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like that devotion and consistency, and then you integrated everything, and it's now an embodied part of you, where it's like I don't have to
Mhm.
use like so much force of like how I'm really going to do this,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
It's just like it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
Okay. So like what do you think has really surprised you the most about this work? Like, is there anything that you really didn't expect and kind of happened?
I didn't expect to regain memories, um, childhood memories, things of when my kids were younger that
Wow.
they've just been buried in the fog for so long, and I'm like, oh, I do have happy memories. I do, I can remember that birthday party or that Christmas or that it was all like just this gray fog in my heart and in my mind before because everything was just so heavy all the time. Um, it was like there wasn't even room to remember joy, more or less feel it
Yeah.
before. So, I think one of the things that I was surprised about is I reached a point a few weeks ago. I felt really, really heavy and guilty and almost a grieving. And I started apologizing to my family, to my best friend. I'm like, I was horrible to live with. I cannot believe you guys stuck around because I was a
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
all the time. I'm like, I am so sorry that I'm sorry that I did it to myself, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I exposed everybody else to it every day too. So I wasn't expecting that. I just didn't understand how much my tension was radiating and spewing all over everyone else.
I
So
know. I think it's something really beautiful that I always like, that I love to explore is just this acceptance of all of the
mhm.
emotions that everything comes through and like knowing,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not always going to be rainbows and unicorns and lollipops, right? Like
yeah,
we're living this human experience. We're going to have hardship, we're going to have these
Hmm.
heavy feelings, but it's what we do with it and how we transform through it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful that you were able to have that capacity of like witnessing and then being like, wait, I need to apologize
Yeah.
to myself and to everyone around me. Like, what a beautiful release, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was, it has been definitely. Yeah.
Have the people, I mean, ever since then, the folks and people around you have they noticed a change in you or
Oh
like
yeah.
like what
Yeah.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah. I actually stopped in the office this week or last week, I don't remember, but one of the girls was like, she asked me something, I don't know, it was about taxes, and she was like, well, are you like worried about it? Are you worried he's going to be upset? And I said, nope, nope, I'm not. She was just like, oh my gosh, who are you?
I
Because
love
before
that.
I would have been like, oh my God, how do I fix this? And, what did I do wrong? And I would have
Right.
just
Hypervigilant.
overanalyzed everything and been so anxious about it. And I would have never stopped thinking about it. And then I would have been pissed off. And, it's just this ugly spiral.
Yeah,
So,
totally. And
yeah,
I mean, I know that your body was a huge one. There was a lot of tension in your body because
yeah,
of this way of living. Has
yeah.
that eased? Do you feel better in the body? How does it feel in the body?
Yes, I definitely, I'm, I'm not sleeping in a fetal position anymore, which is huge because I did for a really, like, no matter, I would build this wall of pillows around me to try to keep me from doing that. And it's all on the floor and I'm baby dinosaur. Yes, I was for years. So, that has been probably the biggest thing physically for me. I still, have a lot of fascia buildup and a lot of, I don't know if it's tension or if it's just like everything's still just kind of crunchy, but
Yeah,
I'm
working
working
through it.
through it. So it feels good to I just tell myself when it hurts that, it's it hurt to get there.
Exactly. And it's like it's been built over a lifetime. At least
Yeah,
now we have the
yeah,
awareness and we have the tools and we're working on it, right?
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, looking back, would you say, and I know you're still not fully 100% done, obviously, we still
Oh
have
Lord,
time.
no.
Yeah. But like looking back, do you feel like the investment has been worth it already?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would have mortgaged my house for this. Yeah,
All
there's
right.
just, I mean, there is no, I, the amount of time that I've invested, um, the emotion that I've invested, um, I think, knowing what I know now, I'm just so thankful that I said yes.
I love
So,
that. I mean, yeah, just that really listening to the inner pull and your intuitive pull right
yeah,
from the get-go, right?
yeah.
So, I mean, if someone were watching this and they were maybe in a place that you were 2 months ago when you started, stuck in these same patterns, feeling dysregulated and maybe skeptical about this work. I know you didn't have any skepticism around me, but
Right.
there are a lot of
Oh yeah.
women that feel skeptical and scared of change, right?
Right.
What would you tell them?
Do it anyway. Be
If you don't
scared,
change,
but do
yeah.
it anyway. Do it scared. There's lots of things that, like, I'll be halfway through a lesson and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to go there today, you know? And there have been mornings that I'm like, we're gonna just hold on to that for a second, and sometimes I have to come back to my practice later in the day. Um, Sometimes I sit on a practice for 2 or 3 days now,
That's
um,
so good. Yeah.
because I know that, like, there's so much flowing through it and there's so much being downloaded for me, that I just don't want to breeze through it. So,
Do it
Yeah.
anyways.
Do it
Love it.
anyway. Do it scared. Just do it
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like my number one mantra too is like consistency and just doing
Yeah.
it even when you don't feel like you want to do it. This is
Yeah.
the key, right? Why do
Yeah.
you think that like this approach, somatic, polyvagal nerve, yoga, meditation, breath work, why do you think that this approach maybe has worked a lot better for you when other things didn't?
Um, Part of it is definitely that I get to visit the material and the lessons in my own time. So even though a lot of the classes, we have visits and Zoom scheduled live, like working through the different modules, it's just there waiting for me.
Yeah.
So it's not yelling at me. It's not saying, you have an appointment at this time. And if you don't show up, you're screwed. It's, it's there. It's there waiting for me. And I just kind of feel like it's an invitation that I have every morning. And the more I've accepted that invitation, the more I'm excited about it the next day.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Do you feel supported?
Oh, very much so. Yes. Yes. I had a slight social media addiction. Um, I won't say that I don't have, I'm not ever on social media now, but it's been instead of just looking at whatever the algorithm throws at me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, when I come to screen, when I come to a point in the day that I allow myself to have screen time, um, the first place I go is our community to see what's up, who's new, you know. So, and it's it's a healthy, safe place. I know no matter what I say, I'm going to be supported. I'm going to be held, and I feel like um, I'm in a space where even though we're all in different phases in life, like we all kind of have this mutual understanding and
Yeah. Ways
kind
of
of
seeing it.
sorority I don't like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like ways of seeing the world and like
Yeah.
perspective, right?
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
kind of this oneness. I love that because
Yes.
I really feel that too. And it's good to know that that is, the culture that has been created within
Yes.
and it's felt.
Yes.
So, I mean, this was so beautiful. I want to thank you very much for sharing so
Uh,
vulnerably. And before we really close off, is there anything else that you would like to add?
um, I'm I'm so so thankful that I got the extra weeks
Yeah.
because for me, like I said, sometimes I'm on one module for 2 or 3 days. So, like, if there was only a certain amount of time, I feel like maybe I would be behind, but I don't feel behind. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be right now. So, um, that I've been really appreciative of that too, that I don't feel rushed to, go through the modules. I don't feel like everybody's like, okay, Tanya, we're all on number 7. Why are you, we're waiting on you. So, that has been very comforting for me.
It's meeting
So
you where you are.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So
Okay, well, thank you so much.
thank you.
And I'm
Yeah.
so excited to just really see, where you'll be